Welcome to Business English Vocabulary Builder. Today I have got the full set of braces. No, I got the full set, and so we're just going to go ahead and try my best to pronounce these words properly. It's still a little bit uncomfortable, but then again, eating isn't too hard. Let's get this started with. Alright, so here we go. Alright, firstly, we have sparks flying. This basically means you encounter a conversation that has actually become more heated and a bit more volatile, shall I describe it. When sparks are heated in a conversation, it just becomes more volatile. Next up, we have spend a fortune. Now, when you spend a fortune on something, that basically means you spend a lot of money on that thing as well, too. Next up, we have splashed out. When it splashed out something, that basically means you spend a lot of money at once. Next up, we have stand one's ground. Now, when you stand one's ground, that basically means in a debate or competition, you're not retreating, you're not letting go of an advantage. Next up, we have start off on the right or wrong foot. And when you start off on the right or wrong foot, that basically means you're successful in the first step of a plan. When you're successful in going ahead and starting off a plan. And then next up we have a startup. Our next idiom is startup. Now, when you start a startup, it basically means you went ahead and you got yourself a newly established business or a newly established company, something like that. Then we have state of the art. Now, the state of the art is something. This means when something's built in the state of the art, that basically means that thing is produced and built using the best and most modern equipment and materials. Next up, we are staying on top of things. When you stay on top of things, that basically means to go ahead and understand and maintain control of a situation. And when you maintain control of that situation, well, you're going ahead and you're on top of that situation as well too. Next up, we have step up to the plate. Now, when you step up to the plate, that basically means you just begin taking action on something or respond to a crisis, some sort of like that. When you step up to the plate, you're going ahead and you're responding to a crisis. Alright, our next idiom should not be used in a professional setting. It is stinking rich. This basically means you are very rich, you have a lot of money, and this is a very informal way of saying that, so no, never use this in professional settings. Next up, we have strapped for cash. Now, when you're strapped for cash, that basically means you are suffering from a lack of funds and you have very little money. Next up, we have take a break. Now, when you take a break, that basically means you're going ahead and you're having a rest or a holiday, so that you can recuperate energy. Say your battery, you're taking a little recharge right now. Next up, we have take place. Now, when something takes place, that basically means that thing, it just happens. It happens. Next we have take someone to the cleaners. Now, when you take someone to the cleaners, that practically means you went ahead and you suffered a crushing or a very devastating defeat. Let's say you've been in a battle for something and then you just take someone to the cleaners. Well, you just lost yourself to battle. Next, we'll take someone lying down. Now, when you take someone lying down, that basically means you're going ahead and you are not protesting or complaining about something after a setback. Next idiom, take something out on someone. That basically means you're treating someone. Oh, I don't have space. Let me try it again. Someone. That basically means you're going ahead and you're treating someone unpleasantly because you are angry or you're upset or you're hurt. Alright. Next we have take something slowly. Now when you're taking something slowly, that basically means you're going ahead and you're approaching it with caution and care. And since you're approaching it with caution and care, well, you're going ahead and doing it slowly. Take the bull by the horns. When you take the bull by the horns, that basically means you're going ahead and you're confident. You're confident to deal with a difficult problem. You're going ahead and you're dealing with a difficult problem that you are having a hard time solving. Next up, we have talk shop. That basically means you're talking. When you're talking shop with someone, you are talking about a mutual interest together. Next up, we have talk someone. Next up, we have talk someone or something down. That basically means you're going ahead and you're presenting the negative aspects towards that person in their face. You're just slamming it in their face, which is pretty rude if you ask me. And you should probably never do that unless you are very angry about something. Now, when you're talking someone into something, you're convincing that person to do something, and you're talking someone out of something. You're trying to convince that person out not to do that something. Next up, we have test the waters. Now, when you're testing the waters of a new product, that basically means you're going ahead and you're trying to gauge a reaction out of someone. You're testing the waters. You're trying to get a reaction out of someone about a particular product before you go ahead and make it public. Next up, we have the big picture. That basically means you're going ahead and you're having a larger, wider, and more generalized view of the world. And then we have bottom. We have the bottom line. This basically means this is a final total of an account of a transaction or an actual balance. And then we have this one, is actually my favorite. The cat's out of the bag. And when the cat's out of the bag, that basically means that something that was previously secret is now public, is now generally known. Alright, 5 more to go, then I can actually rest my mouth now. We have the elephant in the room. Now, the elephant in the room basically refers to something which is unspoken, and this is among a group of people. Next up, we have the 11th hour, the 11th hour. Now, the 11th hour basically means you're going ahead and achieving something in the very last possible moment. The floor is all yours basically means you're going ahead and you're having the attention of the audience. And once you have the attention of the audience, well, we're having a nice time. Our second last word is thick-skinned, and this is someone who is tough and can withstand criticism of his or her own idea. And finally, we have sink outside the box. This basically means you're going ahead and you're addressing a problem from a more unusual perspective. And with that, we ended day 9 of Business English Vocabulary Builder. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, channel, please. Bye bye. Sparks flying. Spend a fortune. Splash out. Stand one's ground. Start off on the right or wrong foot. Start up. State of the art. Stay on top of things. Step up to the plate. Stinking rich. Stinking rich. Strap for cash. Take a break. Take place. Take someone to the cleaners. Take something lying down. Take something out on someone. Take something slowly. Take the bull by the horns. Talk shop. Talk someone or something down. Talk someone into something. Talk someone out of something. Test the waters. The big picture. The big picture. The bottom line. The cat's out of the bag. The elephant in the room. The 11th hour. The floor is all yours. Thick-skinned. Sink outside the box.